Hello viewer, welcome to the YouTube channel FahadYounas. Today I will discuss the topic reproduction in animals. Introduction to reproduction. Production is essential for the survival of a species. Different animals have unique mating behaviors and productive strategies to ensure successful production. Types of reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction involves one parent and produces offspring that are genetically identical to the parent. Point 2. Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction involves two parents and produces offspring that have a unique combination of genetic material. Point 3. Some animals can switch between asexual and sexual reproduction depending on environmental conditions. Reproductive structure in animals. Reproductive structures differ among animal species. Male reproductive structure includes testes and penis. Female structures include ovaries, uterus, and vagina. The reproductive process. The reproductive process in animals varies by species, but typically involves a cycle of mating, fertilization, gestation, and birth. Sexual reproduction in animals. Sexual reproduction is a common method of reproduction in animals and it involves the fusion of specialized sex cells or gametes produced by two individuals, a male and a female. This process leads to the formation of a genetically diverse offspring. Here, an overview of how sexual reproduction works in animals. Point 1. Gamete production. In sexual reproduction, animals produce specialized sex cells called gametes. Males typically produce small, mobile gamete cell sperm, while females produce larger non-motile gametes called eggs or ova. These gametes carry half of the genetic information applied of the parent organism. Point 2. Fertilization. Fertilization is the process by which the male sperm can fuses with the female's egg cell. This union of gametes results in the formation of a fertilized egg or zygote. Fertilization can occur externally outside the body or internally inside the body, depending on the species. Point 3. Genetic variation. One of the key advantages of sexual reproduction in genetic diversity, since each parent contributes half of their genetic materials to the offspring. The resulting zygote has a unique combination of genes. The genetic diversity can be advantageous for the offspring in terms of adaptation and ovulation. Point 4. Development. After fertilization, the zygote undergoes a series of cell divisions and differentiation, eventually developing into an embryo. The embryo continues to develop into a mature organism following a specific pattern detected by the species. Point 5. Parental care. In many animal species, especially those with internal fertilization, parental care in common. This involves one or both parents providing care and protection to the developing offspring. The level of parental care varies greatly among species. Point 5. Variation in reproductive strategies. Animals exhibit a wide range of reproductive strategies, including the number of offspring produced, the frequency of reproduction, and the level of parental care. Some species produce many offspring but provide little or non parental care. Example, fish, while others produce fewer offspring but invest more in their care. Example, mammals. Asexual reproduction in animals. Asexual reproduction is often used as a strategy for rapid population growth and can be advantageous in stable or predictable environments. Here are some common forms of asexual reproduction in animals. Point 1, budding. Budding is a process in which a new individual forms as an outgrowth or bud on the body of the parent organism. Once the bud grows large enough, it detaches from the parent and becomes an independent organism. This method is seen in organisms like hydra and certain type of corals. Point two, fusion. Fusion is the division of a parent division organism into two or more daughter organisms, each of which can grow into a complete individual. There are two main types fusion. Point 1, binary fission. The parent organism divided into two equal parts. This form of asexual reproduction is commonly observed in single celled organisms like bacteria and protists. Point 2, multiple fission. The parental organism divided into more than two offsprings. This is seen in some protists such as Plastridium and Clostridium, agent of malaria. Point 3, parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is a process in which female produce offspring without fertilization by males. The offspring are genetically identical to the mother and are typical haploid, having only one set of chromosomes. Parthenogenesis is observed in various insects, reptiles, example some species of lizards, and even some fish. Point 4, fragmentation. In fragmentation, a parent organism breaks into smaller pieces, and each piece can regenerate into a complete individual. This method is common in some types of worms, example planarians, and contain sea stars. Point 5, Apomaxis. Apomaxis is a type of asexual reproduction in which seeds and embryo develop without fertilization. It is observed in some plants, but there are rare cases of automatic animals as well, such as certain species of stick insects. Examples of animal reproduction. Sexual reproduction involves two parents and a fusion of gametes. Asexual reproduction involves a single parent and no fusion of gametes. Examples of sexual reproduction include birds, fish, and humans. Thank you for listening to my presentation on animal reproduction. We appreciate your support for FahadYounas channel. Please consider sharing, liking, and subscribing to our channel. Thank you for watching my video.